is packing with you, YouTube? I hope y'all having a blessed day, blessed year so far. Being great family members, great parents, great coaches, great bosses, great employees. Just everybody staying safe in this crazy world we living in. But besides that introduction, the Packers had a first round draft, people. Yeah! Football never ends. Football never ends. And it didn't end with the Packers when they selected their first round pick, Jordan Morgan, out of Arizona Wildcat, offensive tackle. I like the pick. I thought we would either go safety or offensive lineman. That was my whole deal right there. Just knowing that you gotta pay a quarterback damn near close to $200 million to lock in the future at that position. And not only that, replace some of the offensive linemen that you lost, like David Bakhtiari, John Runyon, I think a couple of other cats. So, you gotta, fill those voids with football players. And I think the Green Bay Packers drafted a football player. That's the most important thing. When you looking at the eye test, is this guy a football player? And so far, his track record as a collegiate standout offensive tackle, he's lived up to the hype. Even though, a lot of people be afraid of these players coming in with injuries. I mean, come on, it's football. Guys are going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So he recovered naturally, came back faster than some people thought at his size, stood out in Senior Bowl practices, held his ground. You hearing all of these tags that they put on these players, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's a smooth mover and his agility, but he's lacking strength and power. Didn't y'all just say this guy didn't give up a sack in how many damn snaps? So where is he lacking in strength and power? I mean, shit gotta make sense. Come on now. Like, some of the things that these goofball analysts be saying, especially on ESPN, just don't be making no goddamn sense. The guy didn't give up a sack in I don't know how many damn snaps, but y'all saying he lacking in strength and power. His arms are too short. He has short arms, but he not letting nobody touch the quarterback, right? That's the main reason why we picked the guy up, right? We didn't give a damn about his arms being too short for his size, or it ain't, the length of a natural left tackle. Like, we're not going to use no curse words. But it is what it is, man. I guess this is the kind of stuff they got to make up when you're the greatest football team in American sports history, the Green Bay Packers. I like the pick. It's the right direction to go in, especially with your first round pick. A lot of people were expecting, the casual fans that don't know shit about ball, a lot of people were expecting us to get Cooper DeJean, and he so far, to my knowledge, he's in the second round. You know what I'm saying? The Packers still got the 9th pick in the second round. They could possibly move up. Maybe we pick the guy, maybe we don't. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on how Goot is looking at the roster, right? It's how he's looking at the roster, not how we looking at the roster. It's how he's seeing the roster. Like I told you, man. I didn't tell y'all this when I was in Higher Point of View's chat. I was like, Goot is playing like he Wesley So, the chess champion. That's how he playing his game with these draft picks. He playing it like he's Wesley So. I think he's ranked number 2 in the world in the game of chess. So this is these are chess moves, man. We seen what the Bears had to do in this draft, which was the right moves for them. Go get Caleb Williams, outstanding quarterback from USC, and then you bring in a bona fide receiver. Give his ass a receiver. This is what I want to see. I loved what every team in our division did in this draft. Bump up the level of fucking competition. Let's get this sorry ass division out of the rut. Let's be the best division in the league. So to Bears fans, I think y'all did a great job in the draft. Y'all had the 13th ranked defense last year, but it's all based off of strength of schedule and how weak the division was last year. So, of course, y'all trying to get y'all offensive rankings up. Y'all was ranked, I forget where y'all was ranked, somewhere in the 20s. But y'all want that level, that production level to boost up a little higher. I understand it. Y'all want to put more points on the board. I feel you. I feel it. That's what you're supposed to be trying to do as an organization. So I think the Bears are moving in the right direction. They got a dynamic offense, man. I mean, once they put it all together, me personally, I think they got the talent. I just don't think they had a coach. I don't trust Matt Eberflus with this type of talent that the Chicago Bears got. They got a good running back. They got some high potential wide receivers. I mean, they got a dog already in Keenan Allen over there. DJ Moore. Now you bring in Rome along with Kmet. Hey, now you got something to work with offensively. Just got to fix the offensive line, and they could do that in day 2, day 3. They could bring in some guys that could go out there and spark some competition against the opponents and play fairly well, depending on how well they coached up. So, I like what the Bears did. Give the Packers some competition. I don't want it to be easy for Jordan Love. I don't. And of course, Detroit, they just stacking. Paid their offensive lineman, paid a receiver. Jared Goff it's looking like he want to be still involved with the team. Look like they might try to work something out with him before the season start with a contract. Like what they got on defense with Hutch. They went and got a corner. They moved up in the draft, made some trades, did some things. You know what I'm saying? So Detroit, they just stacking. They just stacking more depth. I think they got somebody else. I can't remember right now, but I like what Detroit did. I like what they did, man. They made some nice moves with the draft picks that they had in the first round. So the Vikings, I like what they did. Went and got a quarterback, won a national championship, and then they pulled off another move where they got somebody else. think they got a defensive player. I'm not sure. I forget who they got. I know they got some good players. I know they got some decent players. So, you know, hey, bump up the level of competition for this team, man, for this division. You know, Packers made a solid pick. I thought it was the right pick, picking up Jordan Morgan and trying to get a generational player at the left tackle position like we had with Bakhtiari, knowing that's going to be some pretty big shoes to fill, but I still like the move. Now we got day 2 where I think Goop is really going to be in his bag. We got two second round picks, 2 third-round picks. So I'm loving our capital so far in the draft. Who knows if we could get a little bit more capital in the draft, but as of right now, going into the day 2, you know, we got the 41st pick, the 58th pick in the second round. I'm hearing that the Buffalo Bills are trying to trade that 33rd pick in the second round. I'm hearing that they trying to move it. They're probably looking for a receiver, and they probably seeing the draft that the first few teams are first row of team, or first maybe 8, 9, 10 teams are not looking for no receiver at that point in time. So they might try to drop down in the draft and get a receiver somewhere late second round. I thought they would try to go get a secondary guy, knowing that they gave up a few guys with Tre'Davious White. I thought they would try to go and, you know, get a safety or something, or a corner. But I think they're looking for a receiver. So if Buffalo want to trade up with the Packers, we at the 41st pick. Y'all want to move on down to the 9th pick? I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? We probably could get somebody even better. So, you know, day 2 is coming around. We gonna be live. Me, Bernard, Packer fan in Vegas, Big Nate. We gonna be live again tonight. See what the Packers do in the second and third round, and then I don't know about Saturday. I don't think I'm gonna go live Saturday, but yeah, but definitely for sure tonight we are going live. Talk some more about this draft and see what Goop gonna do, man. I think Goop is gonna make some moves because especially at the picks that we are positioned at, those can be movable picks. Those picks can be traded up or traded down. I mean, you're talking about the 41st and the 58th pick. That's like right where the meat and potatoes of guys that's worth some first round potential. Yeah, you could move them picks around a little bit. You can move them up, you can move them back. It just depends on what deals come across Goop's desk in the war room, or what's being chatted about right now behind the scenes before we go into the second day of the draft, or you know what can transpire. But I'm pretty sure Goop already got some deals on the table with what he can and what he won't do with the 41st and 58th pick in the draft. But yeah, man, I'm gonna shut it down right there, and y'all see us tonight when we live.